Alrighty, so I'm a little bit late because I got caught up playing Zelda in the background, so apologies. But I'm only like 15 minutes late, so it's not that big of a deal. But either way, we have a 3-hour maintenance, of course, and we have the part 2 of the festival, which I'm actually pretty excited about. I've been I've been kind of bored over the last couple of days, and I've been like, I really want to make videos, but Bon isn't buffed yet on global, and I want to play with new stuff and everything. So I'm pretty excited about this. Hopefully, I don't know how much drive I'm gonna have once everything kind of drops, but I'm hoping to do another like week of two videos a day, which would be kind of cool. So if you're new to the channel or anything and you want to stick around and hang out and watch me mess around with Bon after he gets buffed and probably Tristan a little bit and everything, it should be a fun time. So feel free to subscribe. We will be doing live summons and everything for his banner whenever it drops tomorrow night. So if you want to, feel free to stop by whenever we do those. But we have 2 new heroes. We have new Tristan, which is super cool. This is the end of the 7 Deadly Sins Tristan. I know a lot of people are talking about like 4 Knights and stuff like that. This is not quite there yet, but it's really close. Either way, and we also have a new free Arthur, which is also pretty cool. I have seen a little bit of stuff on him so far, but you have to get pretty far into the new Jumping Box event to actually be able to unlock this character, because he's free and he's just towards the end of the rewards and stuff. So you kind of have to skip through a lot of stuff. So it'll probably be a little while before I'm able to sort of showcase him. Probably going to be next week by the time I get him, because I try to grab all of the rewards I can from these events, because honestly, there's not really any point in skipping them because they give you more than enough stuff to actually get all of the stuff. So might as well grab it while you can. But either way, if you don't know, Tristan is a 600 banner. His banner's not the greatest, and I've seen a lot of people be pretty, on the fence about this character. I think, personally, I'm pretty excited for him. I think he's going to be kind of cool. There is a weird discrepancy with his outfits or his costumes for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why they're doing it the way they're doing it, but we'll talk about that a little bit later once we get to him, and I assume they're going to talk about it in the patch notes, but if they don't, I'll try to gloss over it at some point. But we do have new content. They are adding a new knighthood task system, which is kind of cool. So new knighthood content's knighthood order system, which is join forces with your knighthood members to receive rewards by completing knighthood orders, which is basically just going to be like a new set of, I assume, just like little missions and stuff like that you can do. So how to participate. Up to 5 new orders will be issued every Monday during the weekly reset at 12 a.m. PDT. Orders may vary for each knighthood member, so it's not going to be the exact same for everybody. I guess you're just kind of going to be working on them with like a couple of people in the guild, and then other people are going to have their own stuff that they kind of work towards, which should be kind of cool. You get rewards and everything like that. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out just yet, but guilds are pretty meh at the moment if you're not participating in guild wars, so I think this should hopefully make things a little bit more active, which I think will be really cool, because honestly, guilds at the moment are, pretty bland. I mean, it is what it is. If you're not like a super, sweaty guild who's going, top crazy and getting access to guild wars and stuff like that and pushing in that, you don't really have a whole lot to do with your actual guild. So you can have up to 2 helpers assigned to your orders. So I guess that means 3 people for each order, I guess, unless it's just a 2 pair, like a pair of people, but it says you can have up to 2 helpers, so I'm assuming that's 3. You can you can complete an order even when a helper completes the order objectives. Receive bonus rewards for the total number of orders completed by the knighthood members in 1 week. Order loyalty resets every Monday. So depending on how this works, I can definitely see it being one of those things where people kind of mess around with it whenever it first drops, and then people don't really care about it too much later on. But I guess depending on how good the rewards are, that's probably going to be what pushes people to actually want to continue to do this kind of thing. So purchase activity rewards through the order manager NPC at the knighthood headquarters, which honestly, she's a little cutie, I gotta say. Like, she's cool. I've never seen this NPC before, so I'm assuming she's brand new. Your activity points are not affected by weekly resets. You cannot acquire more than 50,000 activity points, so there is a cap on it, I guess. And it looks like if you have top or like max points, you can buy 2 of the highest level rewards, which is kind of cool. So it looks like the lowest level reward, you're going to be able to get UR gear chest, XP potions, skip tickets, or SR or SSR pendants, which is not too bad in of itself. The second one is UR treasure chests and cosmetic upgrade materials, and then the last one is UR chest 6-star enhance stones, hammers, and also some engraving stones. So gear stuff, costume stuff, more like enhancement stuff. So that's kind of interesting. I guess it just depends on what you specifically need and which rewards you should buy. Activity point additional rewards. It looks like you can get some pretty decent stuff randomly. Honestly, just the fact that you can get diamonds is awesome. Just like, I'm assuming, you know, that's probably a lower chance, or just, I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff here that you could roll, so the odds of you getting the diamonds are probably going to be a little bit lower, but when you get them, I'm sure that's going to be really nice. Pretty good quantity of anvils here, couple of hammers here and there, SA coins and stuff. Honestly, the rewards don't look too bad here. That's kind of cool. They are doing a new season of Top 100 for PvP, which is going to, I mean, they're always doing Top 100, I guess, but they're actually going to be doing like TVP rewards this time going around, so you're going to be able to pull, or you're going to be able to unlock a copy of the blue Gilthunder depending on how high you place, which is kind of cool. I really always like to try to compete in these things, but Top 100 is just so awful. It just really is. It's so sweaty. People come up with the worst, like the absolute dumbest team comps imaginable to win these things, and it is awful. It's just terrible. So good luck. I commend you if you're trying to go for blue Gilthunder, because he is like a collector's item. He's not very good as a unit, but hey, you know, he is just an extra character that you get very exclusively for being good at PvP. So, you know, if you go for him, I hope you do well. Acquire SSR Holy War Gilthunder based on your season rank. Season rules and rewards may be subjected to change. Food cannot be consumed in ranking match. So, new costume sets and returning costumes. We have a brand new costume set for Bon. I originally was thinking about completely skipping this set, because honestly, I'm not a big fan of the way that it looks. I think Bon is actually missing just the weapon piece, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's missing the 5th weapon, so this is a good chance to max out your cosmetics if you're going to max out your Bond. But honestly, I would say, you know, we already have other, you know, decent costumes and stuff like that that are already out if you've already upgraded yours. So I would say if you really don't want to buy the whole set, you can probably just wait for this to go on sale for diamonds, and then, you know, just buy just the weapon piece on its own. I think I might still opt out to do that, but who knows, if I get a little antsy and I want to mess with it beforehand, I might just go ahead and buy it. Just depends. They are bringing back a couple of the seasonal sort of costumes. They brought these back, which are the like Easter costumes. They also brought some of the other ones back as well. So we have the Kendo. I think this is Kendo, right? If I'm not mistaken, Kendo Trader Meli outfit. We have the Easter Purgatory Meli outfit. We have the Easter Ultimate Escanor. We have the Demonic Beast Battle Assault Mode Meli outfit, and the Estarossa one is down here. We have whatever this is supposed to be. I want to say this was a summer outfit. I can't remember what this was even for, but all I remember is I'm pretty sure it was Sora made a Domino's pizza looking like edit on a thumbnail for this one. That's the only thing I can ever think of. So yeah. Very cool. They also have the icy sort of queen, you know, princess outfit for Light Elizabeth as well, and then they have the sort of old-timey outfit for Infinity Merlin. Honestly, some of these outfits are pretty cool, so if you want to grab them while they're available, feel free. Costumes can only be purchased if the heroes you already own. Number of those extra slots provided by the costumes, or number above extra stats. And then all of this is normal stuff. You can either buy it with 30 diamonds or without. I don't see the Tristan stuff yet, but I'm holding out. I'm hoping that they talk about that at some point. New Diamond Shop bundles, of course. You're going to be able to buy tickets for the new banner if you want those. They are refreshing and just redoing some new bundles and everything like that for the part 2. Honestly, some of the bundle like values and stuff like that during the anniversary are always really good, so this might be a decent time to buy some of these bundles because they're actually a lot cheaper than they normally would be. But obviously, if you're not spending money on the game, if you're free to play, whatever the case may be, don't feel forced. Just if you have, the extra money laying around and you want to buy them, it is a good time to buy them. There is this new Demonic Beast Battle sort of bundle that you can get. I'm not 100% sure on how much this one actually costs, but very interesting bundle. You can choose 3 different items out of the selection pool here, and you can basically just get tons of just demonic beast materials, which is great. Honestly, I would highly recommend grabbing Nidhogg ones because Nidhogg seems to be where all of the new relics are going to be. But hey, who knows? They might surprise us in the future, but I doubt it. So this is also a bundle that's coming back. This one's a really nice one. I really like this bundle because it just gives a ton of SSR pendants. It's really good for working on your box. Plus, you get an extra Training Grotto key and an extra time limited dungeon key which is really, really good. So that's just honestly very nice. I do like this bundle a lot. If I'm not mistaken, it's not super expensive. I want to say it's like $10, $12, maybe 15, I can't remember, but it's not too crazy, and it's actually pretty decent. So I don't know, I like buying it whenever it comes around. Bundle reset, you can now buy 3 more of the cosmetic upgrade materials one if you want. They are resetting the power up bundle tickets as well. This is, you know, if you want to continue to do some pulls on the bond banner. This one does have 6% rates on it instead of 4%, which I guess is a little bit pay to win, but honestly, the odds of you still pulling SSRs on 6%, not great. But, you know, you might get lucky and pull maybe like the 1 Escanor or Purgatory Meli or something. Don't get your hopes up. Don't shoot for those specifically, but, you know, if you pull them, fantastic. If not, oh well. But, yeah, there's a couple of decent SSR pendants in this one as well. They are doing some quality of life changes as well. You're going to be able to see the actual materials that you would unlock per score reward for the actual demonic or guild bosses now up here instead of going to like a little button in the bottom right, which is honestly pretty cool. It looks like I don't know if this is brand new or not, but it looks like you're going to get an SSR pendant for free as long as you get at least 3,000 score per week. I'm not sure if that's brand new or if it's just taking the reward from where it normally would be in the line and just adding it up here. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but hey, you know, SSR pendants are always good. There's a lack of those, but either way. Fight Festival seasonal display improvements as well. During the PvP Elite season period, an icon indicating the season is going to be on the display of the icon. Also, basically what this is saying is if you're playing the game and you hit the battle button in the bottom right and it shows like all of the different game modes that you can go to, I'm pretty sure it has an icon on the PvP button itself saying, hey, there's a new PvP season going on for top 100 to let you know that, like, hey, it's sweat week, baby. So yeah, either way. New events, they are doing another Hawk, it's not really a Hawk thing, it's a jumping box event, but these are the pink ticket ones. This is jumping box event number 2, and honestly, there's some really cool stuff in here. Like, so you can see just from the infographic, you get a free copy of Green Awakened Valenti, Ragnarok Bond, which is super nice. Ragnarok Bond is like a insanely good, just like universal backliner that everybody basically uses. So if you don't have him or haven't been able to pull him, like it took me over a year to be able to pull the character, you know, you get a free copy of him for free, which is fantastic. You also get a free copy of Red Thonar, which is fantastic. So if you're having trouble with the dogs or you haven't pulled Red Thonar yet to be able to try to work on the dogs, she is the unit to make, you know, the dogs a lot easier. So fantastic that they're giving that out. There are 2 new costumes made by, I'm assuming, the mangaka or manga, you know, creator for 7 Deadly Sins. One of them is for the new bond. I think it might be for multiple bonds. I'm not 100% sure which bonds can actually equip these. And then there's also one for Elaine. And from my understanding, I did watch a Meli video, and he was showing it off with the original, like, OG green Elaine. So I'm not sure if the, like, new Wings Elaine or, like, Golden Wings Elaines can use this costume or not, but I know that the old ones can, which might not be very good. But, hey, it's a free costume nonetheless. They are SSR. They're not UR costumes, so you'd have to upgrade them if you wanted to, but I don't know. They're free. And on top of that, you also get the brand new green Excalibur Arthur, who I want to say is on 14 or 15. I think it's 14, so he's a little bit in, if I'm not mistaken. Does it show it? He's on 15, actually, so he's there. You're also going to be getting more of those free gear boxes and stuff like that, so that's awesome. Just tons of free rewards and stuff in general. You can see great rewards, and overall, just fantastic. Really can't complain about any of that, so that's, you know, very good. Either way, there are new special missions for the new banner. Of course, you're going to be able to get 1 free multis worth and a bunch of extra tickets for the lucky, or I keep wanting to call it lucky box, jumping box event. And you'll get a free UR pendant, which is cool, and some other just random materials here. There is a new Twigo event. I haven't seen anybody talk about this because why would they? Because, you know, who's going to make a JP video on just this? But hey, there's a new free rewards event based around Twigo, which I think is really funny, but I don't know how exactly it plays yet or anything like that, but I'm sure it's pretty self-explanatory once you kind of get into it. I'll be messing around with that a little bit, and it looks like depending on which boxes you get depends on which rewards you get. I think maybe you go for specific boxes, and then once you pull so many of them, you get rewards depending on how many of them you've pulled. I assume they've done events, I guess, that use this same sort of scoring system in the past, so it's nothing too crazy, like new or anything like that. There's also the accumulative rewards, which you get a bunch of extra jumping box tickets from. You get a tavern or a season 3 tavern cosmetic, the last of the lucky bag tickets as well, and then the last, I want to say this is the last card set pack that you need for the new card set. They are also bringing back Final Boss, Meli, and Elizabeth, and from what I have seen, it is really hard. They are just super tanky. Not 100% sure how this is going to go just yet. Obviously, sometimes whenever things drop on JP and, the JP player base sort of messes around with it, it's not always, because the player base is so much smaller, like a lot of the times whenever it hits global, people come up with these, like, insane, farm teams and just like different kinds of teams to beat the content and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that maybe, the video that I saw was from Meli, and it was like the day one as soon as this event dropped. So I'm assuming maybe the meta has sort of shifted for this event already on JP, and we'll see some of that kind of get transferred over to global, or just people on global will probably come up with new and interesting ways to sort of interact with this kind of content. So I don't know exactly how it's going to go just yet, but hey, we'll definitely be messing around with it whenever it drops and see how it goes. But from what I've heard, it's pretty annoying, so yeah. You will be able to get the Elizabeth costume, which I think is the one that people want the most if you place in the top 50%, so make sure that you're at least trying to get a halfway decent score, so that way you can at least get the costumes if you don't have them, because it's been a really long time since they've reran this stuff, so it might be one of the last, I don't want to say last chances that you get to get it, but it's been a long time since they've reran this, and most of the times when they rerun these kind of contents, they don't even include the costumes for whatever reason. So this is going to be, I don't want to say a once in a lifetime or anything, but it's going to be a very rare occasion to get these final boss outfits. Great accumulative rewards. You get extra diamonds here, 8 diamonds, and plus a bunch of jumping box tickets. The shop has the Meliodas outfits and everything. The Meliodas headpiece is in the challenge coin shop, so if you're not going to be doing challenge difficulty, which I assume a lot of people won't want to bother with it, you might just want to trade coins, so that way you can actually get the materials that way. It looks like I'm not exactly sure. It's 210. Can you get all of the rewards with that, or did they change the way the shop works? I think they might have. I'm not 100% sure on that, but either way, we also have not Demonic Beast, Event Boss Battle Graeon, who is basically just the green red demon for whatever reason. I don't know. I don't ever like this guy. I can't even remember what his gimmick is, but he is going to be coming out. He's the last of the characters that are going to be unlocking for the Event Boss Parade. So sure, that's fine. You already have these materials if you've been playing any of the previous boss battles, but there are a couple of things in the event shop, like some extra tickets. You have an extra, this is another Season 3 Tavern cosmetic, I'm pretty sure, and then actually some SSR pendants and SA coins, which are kind of nice, and also some anvils, so that's honestly pretty decent. Fort Solgres rewards are going to be getting changed, so it was diamonds for week 1, SA coins for week 2. It looks like we're going to be getting 5-star awakening stones for week 3. Not the greatest. I already have a ton of these, but if you're working on gear and stuff like that, it can be pretty helpful. They are doing the Brawl Box event as well, so the bottom 4 rewards are going to be exchanged with something a lot better, so you can get anvils, SA coins, and the newer demon materials, which is great. Anniversary boosting event, so the daily tasks are going to give you extra diamonds and rewards from doing those, so make sure you're doing your dailies. There is a village donation event as well, so you can donate 1,000 or 1,000,000 gold to each of the settlements, and you're going to be able to get one of each pendant from those, excluding UR pendants. I kind of wish they would add that, but yeah, either way, even if they made it like 5 million gold per settlement, I'd be completely okay with that, because it's literally the equivalent to 6 SSR pendants, so that would be great, but it doesn't look like we're going to get that. One new battle event, and then here are the adjustments to Bon. They did not talk about Tristan's outfits, which is really surprising. We'll go over that really quickly, at least from my understanding, unless I just barely skipped over it or something like that. Basically, in the JP patch notes, they talked about the fact that Tristan is not going to have outfits for the first couple of weeks. I'm not 100% sure why, but in the JP patch notes, they do say that they should be coming out on the 29th of June for JP and KR. I'm assuming it'll be the following week for us on global, so that should be on Tuesday, the 4th of July. So I'm not 100% sure why they're delaying the costumes by that long, but the banner for Tristan will more than likely be over with by then, so that is really bizarre. Not 100% sure why they're doing that, but the character, I think a lot of people are discounting the character as pretty bad because his CC is terrible without outfits and everything, and that is completely understandable. But overall, he will be getting costumes from my understanding, but they just aren't coming out with the character for whatever reason. So I don't really know why they're doing it like that, like I said, but either way, do know that he is getting costumes, at least one costume. I don't know, the Google Translate says costume instead of like plural, but yeah, I don't know, he is getting costumes just later on for some reason. Very dumb that they're doing it like that. Have no idea why they would do it like that, but either way, just be aware that he is going to be getting them. But either way, Transcendent Bond kit changes. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that actually got changed here. Mainly, one of the big things from the actual regular part of the passive is it used to say, when used on enemies with a mark of concentration, the effect is removed on critical damage when critical damage occurs. That is now removed, so you're basically just going to result in crit whenever you have Mark of Concentration on, but Mark of Concentration I think lasts for 2 turns on level 1 and 2. It might even be on level 3 as well, I can't remember exactly, but the Mark of Concentration is now going to stay on the unit, which means that they are going to be minus 100% crit chance until it either expires or they purge it off, which honestly is pretty good. I think that's going to make him just a lot better. I've already seen a lot of people complaining that it's not an AoE debuff, but honestly I think that would be incredibly strong. I don't know. I haven't even really had that many issues with Bond without the buff, and I'm sure the buff is going to make him that much better, so I don't know. I'm just going to take what I can get. If you're, upset about it, I don't know what to tell you. He's also gaining an extra 20% damage reduction to himself alone, so it used to be allies damage taken is reduced by 20%, and then now it is decreases applicable allies damage taken by 20%, and an additional decrease to the hero's damage taken by 20%. So it's basically 40% for him, 20% for his allies, which is pretty good overall. Last but not least, or well, actually it's not even completely the end, it says decreases all enemies attack-related stats by 2% up to 5 times for 2 turns whenever an applicable ally uses a skill in battle. That all stayed the same, but it used to be only 7 deadly sins were the applicable allies here. Now it is 7 deadly sins, fairies, and humans. So if you're unaware, he did get buffed by having a much larger pool of characters actually be able to proc his passive, which is really, really good. Honestly, don't know why they didn't do him with humans from the get-go, but fairies is honestly just a nice little bonus, so pretty cool there. They're also making it to where his ultimate sort of passive thing isn't nearly as pay to win. Obviously, it is still pay to win. You do get more stats and everything, but it used to be 9% at the very beginning. At level 1, now it is going to be 15%, and they both scale up to 30%. So you basically just start with 15, go up to 30. It used to be start at 9% attack-related stats, and then it would go up to 30. So a little bit less pay to win, very cool. I don't know. Take what you can get here. Really wish they would just get rid of this kind of thing in general. Don't like the fact that you can have a passive tied to the ultimate level. That's so stupid. I hate already that you have to pull multiple copies of a character in general, but it is what it is. It's not my game. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. That's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on the patch notes down below. If you have anything interesting that you want to add or, just comment about, I will be happy to look over it and probably chat with you about it. So, yeah, that is pretty much it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you have not already. I will be doing live summons and everything, like I said. And, yeah, we'll probably mess around with some of the stuff in the patch. Maybe play a little bit of PvP with either Tristan or maybe Bond because he gets buffed whenever the patch, sort of drops and we get done with summons. But, yeah, that's it from me. I will see you guys later on.